We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames to see what is going on for the twin flame collective, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine. Today we have an important conjunction between our sun and Juno. Juno rules every person that you are destined to learn with in this lifetime, but it also rules over our twin flame contracts, partnerships, and even marriage contracts. That means that things are coming up for review. A lot of people are clearing outdated contracts, and this is going to play a big role in your twin flame journey as well too, as we're going through a lot of lessons very, very fast. Some of you guys might feel that if you're in a separation, this is like the biggest example of something unresolved or a contract left open. Otherwise, you would just move on and you would move into your next contracts. But oftentimes, sometimes you guys may remain in limbo, especially if there's something unresolved or the contract hasn't been finished. This is going to be important. Today's alignments for twin flames and what is coming up for you as all these contracts are coming up for review. But we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a reading. If you guys need a reading, just go ahead and book it on my website, as this is a general read. So just take what resonates for you for your situation. I encourage you to do one-on-one reading calls with me, though. It'll give you a lot of clarity for your own situation. So take what resonates for you. I'm also a healer, and I'm always trying to get you guys to do more energy work on my website. I have a ton of things up specifically for today as well too. So I do a lot of healings on there. I have tons of twin flame healings, clearings, activations that will help you a ton with your process. I also do twin flame coaching, which is great for everyone, no matter what your situation. I always encourage you to do that, as it helps you to heal your attachment style, inner child trauma, past relationship stuff, family stuff, all the things that come up specifically for your twin flame journey, as I've designed my coaching, we'll say program, what I put you through specifically for twin flames, for the healing that comes up too. Okay, so we're going to start with a reading for the divine feminine. We have a lot of powerful astrology hitting us the next couple of days. We have a big wave of energy coming in. We're already in a K6 space storm. You guys are probably feeling the energies and will be over the next couple of days. Some of you guys might feel like you're under pressure, or you're in a pressure cooker right now too. Energetically, it's like you have a lot coming up right now like never before in some of these planetary ascension energies too. So you're probably feeling the energies. These are pushing you to clear things and to heal things very, very fast. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a reading starting for the divine feminine collective, divine masculine. If you're watching, take these as messages from your feminine. I was selfish and stuck in ego. This brings out the best and the worst of you. First, you go through the best together, right? And then it comes up to the ego, and the ego gets very, very triggered and uncomfortable. Now, the ego is full of all the 3D outdated belief systems, programs, right? It comes out when you get triggered or things get nasty, or, things aren't going your way. But we have to dissolve the ego. So we have a lot kind of hitting us fast, whether it's dissolving old ego programs or even old timelines. There might have been an ego clash, or you guys might have had some type of fight, disagreement, not seeing eye to eye, stuck in a 3D belief system. And we have to heal that, transcend it, and stay anchored into the 5th dimensional belief system. This means we need to stay in higher energies. When twin flames are in union, you guys are an entire bridge between dimensions. Your energy together, it literally opens up spiritual realms and dimensions and starts sending out that kind of energy for the planet. It's very, very powerful energy. I was telling someone yesterday, that's why it's very important that twin flames are coming together into union and staying in union during this time, because it's helping with the planetary energies too. That's one of the most powerful things that you can do, is to achieve union if you know that you are a twin flame. So pride, ego, things like that may have gotten in the way. I'm holding on to memories of us, and everyone's situation is different, and this is just for everyone. You might be thinking about this person a lot, replaying memories. This is part of the astral communication that happens too. Separation is an illusion. You've already, at the higher, you're merged into one higher self. So oftentimes when you're thinking of this person, and this is where the telepathic channels and communication come in, that it's your astral body and you're connecting on the 4D and the 5D astral level. So oftentimes you're able to tap into what they're doing, where they are, what they're thinking. You're sending information back and forth. You're picking up on things. And this is how twin flames are so telepathic with each other. You're going to be very, very telepathic with your twin flame. This is how you'll know the connection. Now, you've been looking for this person in all of your past relationships. However, when you meet the one, you meet your twin flame, things are going to be very, very telepathic with this person. You won't be able to get them off your mind. So divine feminine is thinking about this person a lot and playing a lot of memories of this person. I ran because I wasn't ready for you. So we might have a runner dynamic. This could be you or your twin flame. Sometimes we don't think that we're running, but we're unconsciously pushing away love. This is always afraid it will go bad or afraid of getting hurt. And then I know this, so oftentimes the runner, and this could be you or could have been your twin flame, the runner is trying to prevent hurt, but kicks off the cycle of hurt for whoever the chaser is or whoever wants the connection by, you know, making it clear they either don't want the connection or acting like they don't want the connection. Oftentimes this is because they can't energetically handle it. They haven't done enough inner work. You might go through separations as preparation because you need to actually do healing. Sometimes it was like, I see a lot of people where masculine wasn't doing what they should. They were like, all talk, no action, right? And putting you off and affecting you. It could have been things like this. Sometimes they run into karmics, I know, right? And there could be karmic issues that come up with other partners, other people, right? Just the way they're living their life, their lifestyle. With twin flame, we're having to make a lot of changes and our ego likes to resist those changes. You're having to really do the work. And a lot of times it is a lot of work to anchor into and achieve union and to stay in union. It's going to require you to be selfless to be in any relationship. I know the 3D selfish ones that we're used to don't fly. You're going to have to actually come together with this person and care about the connection, not just yourself. And a lot of people can't do that because ego is, you know, the self. And so it's dissolution to the ego and having to come into a harmony and a balance with another person. This could be old fears coming up that have blocked the connection. It just kind of depends. So usually what happens is it kicks off a lot of turmoil when the runner goes for the chaser. They figure out very fast when the chaser doesn't care anymore or has detached or is done chasing that it's like they're running, it's like they're looking behind them. There's nothing to look back at. They begin to very fast check up on you, see what you're doing, right? Whether on social media or where they can or asking about you. So we have this runner dynamic too that may have played out. And they might not have been ready for this connection. Sometimes it could have been the way they were treating you and source, we'll say spirit, didn't want them near you anymore because they were just continuing to hurt you. Now be very, very careful. I want to talk about something today. Okay, sometimes, so I'm not saying you'll know if this is your twin flame, but be very careful because oftentimes I have found narcissistic abuse cycles and even borderline abuse cycles can mimic or even add to what happens with twin flame separation. And so yes, if you are an empath, you could have a partner that has, you know, strongly the opposite traits to balance that, and that can happen. But I had been through something, and this is my twin flame, but I figured out fast and I didn't know what was going on. Like, I think I misread and thought they were a narcissist by the cycles they kept putting me through in this relationship, but I figured out they were borderline and didn't tell me that. I knew they had like mental health issues, but I didn't know that. So they put me through these cycles, and these are very familiar, the borderline. So it added to the separation cycles you experienced with twin flame, because yes, this is my twin flame, but I see a lot of people where maybe some of you guys need to do some soul searching on the connection and figure out if this is your twin flame, if you're going through some type of cycles that aren't good, that keep putting you in the same separation too. So this person kind of kept kicking off these cycles with me. Now, when you're dating people that have issues, we can just say some of these mental health issues, right? Oftentimes it creates a lot of trauma. Like it was, I got put through so much. You'll be like, what? Like added to it. And then on top of it, and they'll say, well, this shouldn't happen in a twin flame connection. It's actually everything that twin flames are here to help to heal and to clear. Because, you know, we know I'm a healer too. And I have a background in this stuff, so it does help, but still going through it, right? It kicked off a lot of different things. And sometimes these people that have these type of issues, we'll just leave it at that. Some of the issues, like a lot of times, and it usually can be some of the masculines, untreated mental health issues. Like, you know, this person wasn't in therapy, had never been since I know them anyways. So they're not getting help for it. So when we have these type of unhealed issues, it can add to it too. And when you're in these kind of unhealed issues, right, this can create some more of it too. But it's everything that twin flames are here to heal and clear though, because you guys are meant to go into those darker aspects and to release these layers of shadow and things like that. And I really feel that a lot of these issues go down to energetic attachments too. And you'll say, what? When you go into some of what causes some of these things, yes, it has a lot to do with the brain and chemistry and even nervous system, but it also, sometimes it has to do with energy attachments and things pick up in childhood. Like sometimes it's from abuse in childhood or things that they've been through. from the energy of it too. So a lot of you guys are dealing with that right now, and it isn't gender specific. We are doing a reading for the Divine Feminine, but some of you guys might have twin flames that are dealing with something like that too. And then, you know, it was really clear too, because, you know, with the last time, some of the symptoms of what this person was going through. So your twin flame might be going through some of this stuff where they need to do more clearing work to clear some of these things. And you'll say, what? Clear mental health illnesses? Yes, if it's caused by energetic attachments, they can clear these things. They can heal these things. We can transcend all of that. This is the 3D system, right? And so some of your twin flames may be stuck energetically with certain issues too that might have been contributing to whatever's going on in your situation too. So we do have some of this kind of stuff coming up. I do a ton of calls all day. I've been seeing a lot of it through the collective too, where some of you guys are being guided to purge out attachments. If you're in a separation, this could be contributing to it, because you have to kind of be alone to go deep within. And sometimes some of the underlying things that we might feel when we need to do some energy work and have issues like that, anxiety is a big red flag, right? And it is why addiction, behavior issues, we could say casual hookups, cheating, things like that come out of it, signs that this person might have to do a little bit of energy clearing and things like that. So we have a lot of that kind of coming up. Some of you might be in a separation and in that runner dynamic, and that is okay. Trust the process that you're going through. Trust that this path will lead to union as well too, no matter how it looks like too. You don't always know everything the other person is going through. It's all about healing deeper in the separation, and some of that healing we may need to do on our own, especially if you're triggering that person's energy. And so usually, and that it just depends, sometimes you might be triggering them in some way, or they wouldn't have run away, or they wouldn't be avoiding, or, you know, whatever it is, or just trying to disconnect the connection. I mean, because union is like the most amazing vibe ever. It's bliss and all of that. But sometimes to get there, we have to face deeper, darker issues going on with ourselves. So if you have triggered this person, sometimes that might be because you're in a higher frequency and your light has done that too, and brought out and revealed things that they need to work on. So it just kind of depends. Healing those aspects. I fantasize about you. You might think about this person all the time, but obviously I usually say this in a sexual way, right? You might think about this person all the time. You might really think about, and it could just be like thinking about your future, the life you want with them, but usually you already did that in the love bubble, but it's like higher timelines with them. You want to be with them. You romanticize them. You have a high view of them. I want to hold you. You might miss this person if in separation. You're just wanting to do that love too. So sometimes it's a lot of work twin flames go through. It's going to kick up any issues. So if you have unresolved issues or traumas, it's going to bring, as we were talking about, it's going to bring those things to the surface for healing, because we do heal and transcend all of that when we ascend into the fifth dimension, and it's a lot of work and things like that. So it just kind of depends, but you're missing that person, especially if you're in separation or slow to come into union, or you're just a little bit apart, or you're not seeing them enough. You're very much missing this person right now. Okay, so this is like stepping into the unknown, clearing illusions. This is like you're seeing through things like never before. You're getting a lot of downloads. You're getting a lot of insight. You're getting a lot of awareness about your situation. And right now you're focused on healing yourself and trusting the universe as it's guiding you on a different path. This makes us uncomfortable too, because we're like exiting the matrix. You're exiting the matrix and all of the illusions and delusions and distorted thoughts. And sometimes this can make us uncomfortable because we're having to navigate another path right now, a higher path. Divine Feminine, make sure that you're following your own intuition and your own guidance as it's guiding you through. You know that your higher self is guiding you on this path. Most twin flames share a higher self. There are cases where it's a split, but oftentimes at the higher, you are one with this person. You've already merged into that one soul. Usually you are. And so it teaches us the nature of oneness. So when you're following your guidance and they're following their guidance, you're getting it from the same place. So just kind of know that. Follow your guidance. Okay, we have addiction, and we have the masculine on the card too. So, and this could deal with your masculine or masculine energy. This could have become toxic in some way, the connection, and this is why sometimes you need the separations. It could have brought out toxic aspects. This person might not have been treating you good. You might not have treated them good. This is purging out attachments. Okay, this is like drugs, alcohol, and obsession. It does have the masculine on there. So it could be how you're dealing with your inner pain and inner wounding and purging out bad habits. Or it could be your masculine and how they're dealing with things. Some of these masculines might be drinking or casual hookups, I know, right? Or masking, things like that, hanging out with a lot of friends and trying to avoid their pain in that kind of way or distract themselves. And it just kind of depends. This is letting go of all of that 3D stuff that isn't good for you. You might want to spend more time by yourself. This is like releasing energy attachments that, like we were just talking about before, releasing energy attachments that aren't good for you. So it's very important that you're doing the work and keeping your energy clear and spiritually cleansing. Sometimes we pick up things and we may or may not be aware of these things. They can affect our thoughts, our behaviors, and create different things within us too. This is purging out energetic attachments right now. Releasing bad habits will help you with that a ton. So we'll say cleaning your energy up. Right, this person, masculine on the card, because it is a reading for the feminine, they're seeing when you're online, they're watching you on the internet, they're checking your accounts out, especially if they're public. If in separation, they're watching you, keyword, from a safe distance. They feel safer that way, right? They might know that they dropped the ball and that you're moving on. I just did a call earlier and one masculine was getting very, very mad at their feminine for moving on and dating, right? But if they aren't dating you, okay, and this is like message of the day, but it's not very popular. If they're not with you, if they haven't statused you on Facebook, if they're not dating you, then you're single and act like it. And people aren't gonna like that, but it either makes your masculine step up and be with you fully as they should be, because they had no problem being with the karmics. So many of them, they bought them houses, they bought them rings, they married them, they had children with them, they did everything for the karmics. But oftentimes, that when it came to the twin flame, they're fumbling these connections. So if you're single, act like it. We're not waiting for the twin flame anymore, ever, right? We're not waiting. We're living our life and we're living our best lives and shifting into higher potentials and versions of ourselves. So stay open as well too. This will either catechize your twin flame and they'll have to step their game up and come forward if they're worried about losing you, because sometimes it is only through losing you and understanding that they're losing you for good do they get their act together, and they have to face their own fear that was the block anyway from fully showing up for you. So we have a lot of masculines that are kind of having to face that. Okay, once again, just like I said, single. Okay, this is you're being alone, you're isolating, you're lonely and guarded. Time to get out of that energy and to open up your heart again and really follow it right now. This is like you've been spending a lot of time alone and healing, and that's okay, but you also don't want to go into that, right? Like staying alone forever. We are humans, we are meant to be social creatures too. So, you might have realized that if you're in separation, you're single. This person might have rejected you too many times, made it clear they didn't want to be with you, hurt you a ton, triggered your abandonment issues, whatever it was. It's gotten you back into your own energy, and then you're being guided to connect more with source during this time. So many of you guys, while you're twin flames, you may be single or in separation at this point in your journey, or maybe even, you've been seeing your twin flame, but they haven't stepped up to fully commit to you. Okay, this is fear. And this is feminine facing your own fear. This is being afraid, suspicious, and scared. And so you're having to also face your fear about this connection, and it's going to bring those up. Your twin flame will oftentimes bring those out or amplify those energies or play out karmic energies too. It just kind of depends. So working on your base chakra, stay grounded right now in these higher energies. It will help make you feel a lot better too. Okay, so I want to do something a little bit different today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a couple of cards. I want to see number one, because this is a feminine reading. Let's see what you're healing, and then let's see what your masculine's doing on the other side of this. So for you, let's see what you're healing first. Okay, broken healer. Once again, addictions are coming up and toxic connection. You've had so many toxic connections in your past. You've had to go through a lot of karmic relationships with very narcissistic partners that didn't treat you good at all. There's a lot of imbalance, like you were giving a lot. This could have been your time, finances, money that affected your energy and how you were connecting. They might not have treated you good. You're healing from the toxic connections of your past. Your twin flame may have come in and mimicked that or triggered some of these wounds. It just kind of depends, and shown you unresolved issues or traumas within yourself. Some of you guys, this goes far back, where you started out in toxic connections with your family that left you predisposed or open to more toxic relationships going into adulthood too. Just depends on your family programming and things that you picked up there too. So you're healing from toxicity and toxic connections and how people are treating you. You feel sick and tired. You're ending a cycle, you're over it. This might be, because this is a twin flame reading, you might be over their behavior, how they treated you too. You might be shifting out of a cycle. You know, I was telling myself that too, that my twin flame came in for many cycles, many different timelines. I lived in different places and they came into my life, but they played out the same pattern. So you may have been made aware, and this was basically never doing as they said and showing up for me, right? Like literally, they made a lot of promises and came in real strong, and you know, they just talked a good game and didn't do anything. So, and I'm like a honest person, right? Oh my God, right? So maybe that's why they were learning with me to work on those traits too, because I'm very honest and do what I say and come through, okay? And they did. So maybe it's something they needed to work on, their throat chakra, and I'm good with the throat chakra, so. Okay, jokes aside though, but you might have noticed that. Pay attention to what cycles your twin flame has put you through too. Divine Feminine, some of you guys are over it. You're like, hey, I'm ready to do this union. You weren't? All right, fine. I'm ending a cycle. And either this person will get their game up and come to get their stuff together and come back, or maybe you won't want them after what they put you through as well too. But the connection will remain in the higher, and you're always connecting. So some of you guys have merged with spirit, and you know, you just close your eyes, you feel them around you, you feel their energy, you feel their presence, and you feel really good about that, and you're okay with that. With however it's going to go, because you know you can't control any of the external, like your twin flame, and how they're going to act and how they're going to treat you, but you can control your energy and what you're allowing. So this is ending of a cycle. Pay attention to the cycles that you've been through and the other timelines that you've been through. They'll teach you a lot about yourself. We have thinking of yourself. Some of you guys might be crying, having nostalgia, and missing this person. So you're thinking about this person a ton. Know that they're thinking about you too, or you wouldn't be. Like, I know I haven't left this person's mind, right? And that's okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what this person is doing too. So let's see what your twin flame is healing. Soul contract, soulmates, partnership, and spiritual union. So this is something that they're healing on their side too. Now, this isn't for everyone, but some of them might be with other karmics. I mean, my twin flame left me and asked out a karmic the same day right in front of me and disappeared for a month. Who knows where with her, right? And came back. Of course, I let them back, but something like that. They might have needed to resolve something with karmics and other lovers or love interests, and you know, whatever, and they made that clear. But it isn't for everyone. I'm just trying to point out some things that might be happening. Some are way karmics and married, and that they're needing to resolve this, because this is a soul contract card. So they might be playing out soul contracts. I think that, I don't know, but I think my twin flame found someone else to date every weekend, and they've been gone anyway. And I'm in separation and don't care anyway, but they've been gone, right? All weekend, every weekend with someone, and I don't know, and that's fine. So maybe some of them have moved on with karmics, because anyone is a karmic other than your twin flame, and that's okay with me, because I know, and you guys should feel the same, that, you know, karmics are copycats, right? They're never going to compare to the twin flame and the real deal. So there's some type of soul contract with someone else right now. This could indicate that they're seeing someone else, dating someone else, talking to someone else, flirting with someone else behind your back. Okay, hurting. They're crying, depressed, pain, and sorrow. And just know that if so, that is a way to fill their void too. So they're actually upset and hurting over this connection. And then that's a temporary fill with relationships, right? We can go date and make us feel better temporary with someone else's energy, but you know, it'll be someone else too. So there is a lot of pain in this connection. This person is being sneaky, mysterious, and hiding information, and you might feel that about it. They're not being honest with you about something. They're hiding things, and probably another person, because this is another karmic has come up in the card. So they're hiding things that they're doing behind your back. So this is something that your divine masculine is doing right now and having to heal. All right, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Talk about how you feel. Make it clear to this person. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And then this is something that you're being guided to work through anyways. So with that connection, maybe it's not time right now. If you're in separation, you'll say, okay, it's not time. This person needs to heal more. I need to heal more. This is preparation. We will come into union when ready, because our higher selves are already in union. So the more that I align with my higher self and work towards the path, the more that I will shift into a frequency with this person. So just working on yourself. Passion. There's a lot of passion in this connection, and you guys know that when you connect, it's an energy like nothing else. It feels so good. It's bliss and it's samadhi all wrapped up into a person, and just being around this person feels so amazing in their energy. Okay, you need to forgive this person. I've had to do this many times too. You need to really let go and forgive this person. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. This will release any karmic cords or attachments. Yes, even though it's our twin flame, we can have karma to deal with, the karma doesn't go away. It's stuff lodged in our system that comes out from imprints and things that we need to deal with. Forgive this person. This will release them so that if in separation and they do come together in union with you, it won't be in such a karmic way. When we have karma stuck in between or unresolved, then, you know, this can affect how we connect with people. Just really open up your heart, let go of this person, see the lessons and the good things that they brought into your life. I know that from my twin flame, it changed me infinitely in a very positive way, where it made me start to work really hard. You're like, what? Yes, I started to work very hard on myself, and many of you guys too. And so that is the lesson of the twin flame journey, where you're meant to really start to do that work and do that inner work. Okay, clearing negative beliefs around this connection too. It will help you a ton with whatever is going on. So it's making you look at your belief system, especially around love. Sometimes you'll say, well, why do we do separation if I'm not with my twin flame? Because they freed you from the need to be with toxic codependent relationships of the 3D. A lot of you guys, if you are okay being by yourself, then they've helped you more than you know, so that you're not still looking for this person and still entertaining karmics on your side. So we have progress. You're going through a lot of DNA activations and a lot of changes very fast. You're going through a metamorphosis and a deep level of healing right now. Just keep doing the energy work. Keep focusing on yourself. Stay positive about union. If you're in separation or you're working towards it, like, stay focused on that so that you can manifest it into the physical and you can create it. If you're in a union, really work on this connection to bring healing energy and positive energies into it. And you're going to do that by working on your frequency and staying high frequency so that you're putting that into the connection. Cleanse and shield your energy. You may need to protect your energy and keep cleansing and clearing your energy right now. Make sure that you are. Time to write. I didn't like this, but my spirit guides were telling me to write about my own experience. I have written 4 twin flame books on my experience. I'm about to get book 5 up right now. I just have to edit it. So you might be guided to write about some of this stuff. I do a ton of writing every day on my website. Check it out. Today I put up a bunch of stuff. I write a ton about twin flame stuff on my website. I write twin flame healings. I'm writing. It's going to help a lot for you to process this stuff and better understand your experience. Work on taking care of yourself right now. Self-love right now, Divine Feminine. Take care of your energy. This is death and letting go of an old cycle. So this is letting go of, this is like endings and beginnings, change and transformation. Life is always ebbing and flowing. This is the spiritual transformation that you're going through, letting go of old situations. Like we said, some of you guys are letting go of your twin flame because we have the separation card. It's not for everyone, but a lot of you guys are trying to work out of and heal these separation energies. So we have this 2 of cards. This person might have been not reciprocating your energy, taking a lot of your energy, leaving you drained and not giving much back, right? There was some type of imbalance, maybe a breakup or an argument, and not seeing eye to eye. So there is a separation energy that you may be trying to heal. 4 of Pentacles, holding on to people, things, situations, or past issues. Let go of the past right now and needing to control things. This is something way past your control within the higher. You'll know when this is your true twin flame too. Like, you're going to know it. It doesn't matter, separation, union, right? It won't matter. This is your person anyways. And you know on some level, doesn't matter if they're moving on, they don't want to be with you, that you know that they're going through a lot of anguish in separation. People go through depression, anxiety, soul shock, have to face their fear, dark night of the soul. They go through the void and very intense healing. You know that it doesn't matter what their path looks like. They're going to come back to you when ready, and you have to trust the process. If this is your true twin flame, they will always come back to you, and it's something past your control too. So you just work on yourself so that when they do come back, you're in that higher frequency and prepared to, hopefully it'll go better. Queen of Swords, seeing the truth in a situation. This is cutting off anything low vibrational and clearing pain from the past. This person probably triggered a lot of pain in you as well too. It could have just been how they were treating you or not treating you. It just kind of depends. So they've brought up a lot of pain in you too, through whatever they were putting you through or doing with you. You've had to face and release a lot of energy. It doesn't feel good going through the twin flame process, as it brings up every time a different layer, right? You're going through different layers that you're having to let go of, but you're getting a lot lighter, and you can tell energetically you're doing a lot better. Divine Feminine, you're raising your frequency and you're healing, and it's beginning to show from this process. But sometimes healing makes us have to face old stuff or acknowledge it too. let go of the past. The more that you let go of the past, the more you're letting go of the 3D. When we hold on to pain from our past, we're still kind of in between dimensions and fields. The more that we let go of our pain from the past, the more we're going to shift into that 5D state. So it's all about letting go of your past completely. Divine Masculine may have come in and played out scenarios that were meant to trigger painful past experiences. Okay, so we're going to do a reading for the Divine Masculine right now. Divine Feminine, if you're watching, take these as direct messages from your masculine. I know that we have a soul connection, and I don't know who needs to hear this. They might have denied it too, like, and that's something with the ego, especially if they've gone runner, avoidant, dismissing. That's another thing, because I was trying to peg my twin flames attachment style for a long time, right? And he kept going back and forth. But the dismissive, this can indicate underlying, as we said, issues like mental health. That's another thing about the borderline, right? That they're very dismissive at points. So this person might have been dismissive to you. They might have tried to dismiss the connection suddenly. They might have tried to disconnect the connection, avoid it, rewrite the narratives. Like that's gaslight or gaslight it. Just kind of depends. But this person actually knows. So maybe you need some type of confirmation though, Divine Feminine, because this is masculine to you, that they actually do know about this connection. I've seen another couple I was helping with in the past few days, and this something like this happened, right? Where they tried to say, oh no, this is not. But you know that this is actually a twin flame connection, and they know that. The Divine Masculine does know that you're their twin flame. And then we saw in the last reading, they might have some type of heart that might be blocking them from reaching out if there's like not a lot of communication or lack of communication. Know that it's triggered a lot in them too. So they do know the connection, just in case someone needs that confirmation. Even if they've acted like they didn't or acted like it wasn't important, they do know who you are. I realize all the mistakes I've made. Hopefully they're looking at some of the mistakes that they've made, especially if they pushed you away, caused pain. Could have been a breakup energy, right? Separation energy, delaying union, causing a lot of pain for both of you, delaying your spiritual progress. So they're looking at that within themselves. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. So, and they always like that. Like when you're glowing and you're together, this is in union, and you're happy, they're happy, right? Like they're empathic and happy. They're sensitive to your energy too, and that twin flames can read each other with a glance and know what is going on too. So they want to see you happy. And separation, very sad, depressed, very energy you wade through, right? Union, very happy energy. And this person wants to see you happy. I sabotage your connection because it was too intense. Oftentimes one may sabotage it, if it's, especially runners do that, or fear, whatever it is. So this masculine is saying that they know they sabotage things. I'm scared you will reject me, and then you may have. So sometimes this is what happens. Runner goes runner, and you know, you get sick of it. You don't want to chase. You're done with that, right? You know who you are. You've been doing the spiritual work. You're sending into 5D. You know your value, even if they can't see it. So what happens is, you know, oftentimes, and I know this happened last time with me, right? Last cycle, we'll say, I remember a lot of going through this, that we'll have someone be the runner, but when you throw the towel in and you become the runner, this is when it affects them, right? Because they know that you're done with it too. So they might have started out the runner, whoever this person is, runner come to mind, because it's just whatever for the masculine. Someone might have ran in this connection for you, with you masculine, either you or this person. Runner is sensing your pullback and your energy disconnect, because usually runner is very comfortable running, and chaser feeds your energy to them all day long, and they get your energy and feel good. But the second that you pull back and you're done with it, you throw the towel in, you're ready to date, you're going to find other options, you're done with being treated like this, something happens that catalyzes a change on their end. So they're afraid either you have rejected them back, because maybe, you know, they rejected you, and this created a wounding for you, and you acted it out and you rejected them back, or they're afraid you will reject them furtherly too. So this is like the masculine has a deep rejection fear and rejection wound that may have caused some type of sabotage for this. All right, a new love, and we talked about this. For some of you guys, this is for the masculine. Masculine may have a new love or new love interest too. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor for your love life right now. This person, sometimes they're not doing good, and we'll say why. if you're not doing the inner work to get rid of karmic attachments, get rid of your family stuff, all the stuff you're supposed to do for the 5D, you usually have energy problems, which equals money problems. Money problems are not money problems, they're energy problems. But if you do the work for ascension, you're going to really, really heal yourself and heal your finances. So you're being guided to like clean your energy up, especially if you're affecting it. Your love life is being affected by children. Some of you guys have children or may want children. Some of you guys have, you know, those connections too from the other side. Getting to know each other more. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Twin flame relationships require a level of opening up, honesty, and vulnerability, because a lot of times it's a very psychic connection too. This person's being guided to like open up about their true self. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Have faith in your situation, Divine Masculine, no matter how it looks in the physical. This could be spiritual faith too, faith in the situation. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same. I want to see what needs to be healed for the Divine Masculine reading, which we're doing. Let's start with you, with what you need to heal. Okay, Netflix and chill. Some of you guys are sneaking around. You're in other connections. It says friends with benefits, right? You might be spending time with someone else. And this could just be even talking a lot to other women, because it's a reading for the masculine. Talking a lot to other women, spending time with them and hanging out with them. So this is something that will obviously block the connection. All right, we have stalking. You might be stalking your Divine Feminine too, looking at their page a lot and not talking to them. They might sense your energy, trying to check up on them, but not talking. Just kind of depends. You need to get rid of toxic people. You're hanging out with the wrong crowd. This is like you're getting bad advice and it's feeding your addictions. If you're hanging out with people that like party, drink, that aren't good for you. And it could just be the energy. I do calls all day long and it can be a lot of my energy just to do the sessions I do, because I'm having to go into these other frequencies when I deal with people. So if you're around people that are on a low frequency all the time, it affects your energy and it's very draining once you've ascended into a 5D state energetically. So you're being guided to stop getting advice from people that are giving you bad advice. I had that happen today. Like someone tried to give me advice and I knew they just didn't have my best interest in mind. And I just kind of like, okay, like you'll be able to start to see that actually a lot of the people around you that you think are helping you, they don't have your best interest at heart. Okay, so this is what your Divine Feminine needs to heal. Divine Masculine on their side, guilt. They feel bad. They may have apologized to you. They may want to apologize. They feel remorse and they feel ashamed. So they're in this like energy about the connection too. There's a no contact situation that this person wants to heal. This is what your Divine Feminine wants to heal. There might be blocked, silent treatment, or cut off all communication. All right, toxic love, time to heal the drama, addictions, and love-hate relationship. This is what your Divine Feminine wants to heal. They do not want another toxic connection that this may have become or act mimicking or mirroring at all. They want healthy connection, especially the more work that you've done to be healthy. So they do not want any toxicity or drama in their life. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the rest of your reading, Divine Masculine, just to see what is going on. So we talked about clearing your energy, clearing attachments today. Some of these behaviors coming up might have been feeding attachments, underlying attachments. You are the rainbow bridge, trusting your guidance from the other side. You're connecting with spirit. You're connecting with loved ones in spirit. This will help you a lot. Open your psychic senses. Time to use your third eye and trust your intuition, but actually listening to it to take the necessary steps. So this is about using your third eye, whether following your guidance or connecting with your twin flame. Maintain your positive state. Many of you guys might feel kind of dreary energies, depressed, especially separation. It brings up a lot of intense emotions. Make sure that you're staying positive right now. This is your twin flame, but you already know that. We already talked about this. You already know this is your twin flame. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. I love this because this is my card, right? This is my card coming through. This is good news on money. This is like good health, work, education, laying solid foundations, things going good, and idolizing something. So this can indicate an increase in your finances, really positive energy, but it also could indicate learning things and staying open to learn. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords in reverse, and this is masculine on the card. So this is like, masculine wants a peaceful resolve if you're not talking, because we have the no communication, or like there's been fighting or you're not getting along. They want peace, they want compromise, they want to end a conflict or a challenge right now. They're giving up. This could be surrender. This is dropping their guard and like having no fight left in you. They might realize they're only fighting their own ego anyway, or the process too, because sometimes that's what people are fighting. Twin flame energy can be intense and it causes things to flare up, and oftentimes one will fight the process. And so it's like surrender energy too, opening the crown chakra, trusting the universe. We have Knight of Cups in reverse, and it's never good in reverse, right? We want them to come in with the love offer, but this is the opposite. This is unrequited love. So this is indicating you're masculine. This might be how you're acting or how your feminine sees you, even though this is a reading. They see you as a heartbreaker, someone who came in and you just broke their heart, or a game player, a manipulator, right? Someone who may have cheated on them. And this could be, you know, you made offers to them and revoked them, and it's not a good card, right? Because usually we have this coming in and it's romantic proposal, taking action, and love messages and following your heart. This is having a closed off heart chakra, and that you have broken this person's heart in some type of way, divine feminine, and they're feeling that energy, like whether it was not coming through into the union. And we're like, to what? Union, right? Takes two to tango to come into union. That you didn't come through in some type of way, and that you've left a lot of heartbreak for the divine feminine to pick up the pieces to. Now, I can tell you how this feels. You go into, especially if you've been in union and you go into separation, like you can feel like your heart is broken, but really you gave away your heart to this person. You're like, what? Yeah, I know. Hey, they left with half of your heart, and you're left with like half of your heart because it's twin flame and you've merged it. It's like being ripped apart. This is why you go through such soul shock and upheaval and missing and longing and all of it like this as well too. So this is not the best card of the masculine and where the masculine's energy is at right now. Just to let you know. All right, we're gonna go in the note, but if you guys need a one-on-one reading or healing, just go ahead and book them on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I have tons of healings to help you to work through some of these challenges that we're talking about as well too. If you're resonating with that, more energy clearing coming up big time too. Divine masculine, open your heart so that you can show up fully. Either you're in the union, within the union, or just shift out of separation into union. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy your day. I have tons of healings up specifically for today's Juno alignment too. You can find anything on my shop, on my website. Have a beautiful day. Great day to get activated though.